800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
This is not a drill. Repeat, this is not a drill. Gun sales are on a staggering pace. Gun prices are going through the roof, and that means desperate, vicious criminals now want your guns and will do anything to get them. Now, a new book reveals powerful secrets for hiding your guns from thieves and looters. You'll learn step-by-step, battle-hardened techniques, where to hide your guns so criminals will never find them, how to create the perfect hiding place, as well as the places you should never hide your guns, under any circumstance. These and other closely guarded gun caching secrets are guaranteed to keep your weapons safe and out of sight when the going gets tough. But listen up. For security reasons, the Hide Your Guns book and even the website may disappear without warning at any time. Go to hideyourguns.com. That's hideyourguns.com. Or call 877-327-0365 before they come for your guns. Hideyourguns.com right now. Right now.
Of important news we want to pick Bob Chapman's intellect on. But as I told you, we're going to start really pushing twitter.com/RealAlexJones with your daily questions, inside info for Twitter followers. And we're trying to make it the #1 search term today, Alex Jones Twitter. So please put that in Google over and over again. I want to salute all of you that are doing that. I guess it's going to be an important tool. We want to dominate that like we've dominated everything else. I've got a few questions here, though, that came in off of Twitter. Several for Bob Chapman, a whole bunch for me. It goes on to say, Alex, what is your favorite anti-tyranny quote? JB YRD Street asked that question. It'd have to be, I have sworn on the altar of God, eternal resistance against every form of tyranny over the mind of men, Thomas Jefferson. In fact, guys, can you cue up that liner? I think we have it dry just with the Thomas Jefferson, because I think I paraphrased it a bit there. And while they're getting that queued up, Bob, we have a couple questions here for you. Bob Chapman, they asked the question. It was actually HMAA asked me about my favorite quote. It was Jaybird Street that asked Bob Chapman, how would you hold gold or silver? Proofs, uncirculated, or bars? And then we have another question here saying, is it possible to dissolve the Federal Reserve? So, Bob, will you take both those questions, please?
Well, my favorite is bullion coins, both in silver and in gold. Occasionally, mint state graded numismatic coins, depending upon the pricing structure. But that's where most of what I have is. The other part of the question was...
Well, they asked the question, can we abolish the Federal Reserve?
That's it. It's possible, but I don't think it's probable. That is the key to the control of the American people and probably the finances of the world.
Yeah, that's dropping the coin into the crack of doom in Mordor. That's the big win.
Yeah, and that's going to be very, very difficult because they bought Congress. They own 95% of it. And so unless we're successful in removing the incumbents from Congress and getting people in there who will vote properly in our behalf, then nothing's going to happen short of revolution.
Let's go ahead and play that quote.
I have sworn upon the altar of God eternal hostility against every form of tyranny over the mind of man. Thomas Jefferson. It's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
Okay, so there you go. There's my favorite quote. Bob, the TSA, there's now no doubt. It's in Forbes. It's in AP. They are running checkpoints all over the country. They are sticking hands down pants. They are driving people under high-powered radiation machines while the idiot local trained police under TSA control stand around roasting, scanning hundreds of cars. I mean, it's like they know something's not going to be here in the future or something, frying all their own minions. I mean, the globalists are just so brazen, Bob.
Well, frying their minions is not important to them, as we know. They'd like to get rid of 60 to 80% of the people on the planet anyway. And to them, they'll eventually be useless eaters. But there's one aspect that we haven't talked about here. and that is now they want to check the genetic design of people while they're doing this process.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's always worse than I say. That's right. They're going to take a cheek swab of your tissue now when you fly. Isn't that nice?
Unbelievable.
Setting the precedent to get in our bodies, as I've been saying, with the federal funds, to have police take blood at warrantless checkpoints.
That's right. And that's another one I didn't even think of. I mean, they are just pushing and pushing and pushing. And we got to push back. We got to bring it to the attention of the general public. You don't have to put up with this. You shouldn't have to put up with this. And complain to your congressmen and senators. Complain to the local law enforcement if they're involved in it.
Well, that's the good news. All over the country, states are passing laws. Why, I don't know. It's already illegal for TSA to stick their hands down your pants or even on the outside on your genitals. But they're saying, we're going to arrest you, TSA, if you do this. So the states are bucking up and saying no.
Well, I think that's fantastic, and I hope they pass it quickly, especially in large states like New York, California, Illinois, Texas, and Georgia, where you get a lot of plane traffic. One of the things that hasn't brought out, I don't think it's brought out in the program, and that is what they, and I don't know what group this is, I'll call it Homeland Security. They are checking people getting on and off planes now, and they have dogs, and the dogs identify certain things like gold, silver, money, etc. And if the dog gives a loud bark, I guess, they grab this person out of line and find out what they're carrying. So that's another thing that you have to watch out for.
Absolutely, Bob. Let's come back, take phone calls, get into the economy.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Hundreds of nations have fallen to tyranny in the last century alone. This is our last chance to not relive history.
As they're finishing off this agenda, they'll be pulling the rug from underneath Americans at home.
They have tremendous influence on our president and Congress, and they really are calling the shots.
I think it's incumbent upon all of us as American citizens to pay attention.
Fall of the Republic identifies the enemies of our nation, the criminal offshore cartel, hell-bent on destroying sovereignty, and on its ashes constructing world government.
Tim Geithner, Bernanke, they're arsonists. They're asking for more matches. And the Congress is saying, who do we make the check out to?
Today seems like nobody does care. And right now in Washington, D.C., we have seen a fall of the Republic.
Get your copy of Fall of the Republic on DVD at Infowars.com or watch it online right now in super high quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
Alex told you the government announced recently that the recession is over. It ended on June of 2009. The millions of Americans unable to find work might not agree. Perhaps the recession ended for the bankers and government employees, but for the rest of us, things seem to be getting worse. Gold and silver haven't heard the news either. They've begun their long-expected journey to the moon. In addition to converting your shrinking dollars into gold and silver, you should consider a food savings account from eFoods Direct. They both make fabulous investments. Food is our greatest dependency, and we know it will be more precious than any financial resource. You and your family need food to survive a crisis, and you can't eat paper, stocks, or metals. Alex has been urging you to invest in delicious, easy-fix meals to enjoy now or save for long-term. This will freeze the cost of your food while you can still afford it. Visit eFoodsDirect.com on the internet or call 800-409-5633. That's eFoodsDirect.com or 800-409-5633.
A very wealthy U.S. citizen is predicting that in 2011, we will witness the most important day in America in more than 50 years. He says it will change everything about our lives. The way you shop, travel, invest, educate your children, and even how you take care of your health and your own family. Now, this man has made some outrageous predictions over the years. The crazy part is, he's usually right. You see, he predicted the collapse of GM, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and America's biggest mall owner, General Growth Properties. In fact, Barron's called his work a dire prophecy. Recently, he created a video, which you can watch online for free, detailing his biggest and most important prediction yet. And it's a real eye-opener. I can't stress this enough. You should at least watch this free video online today. He explains everything you need to know, including simple steps you can take to protect yourself. You can find the video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica3.com. Watch the free video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica3.com. Next year, calls wise, John. Do what? Okay, Chris in New Hampshire and others. We're going to get to you here in a few minutes. Chris, Tony, Adam, Zira, Tracy will at least get to your calls for Bob Chapman. I've got more Twitter questions that came in at twitter.com/RealAlexJones. Before I go any further, though, some of the sponsors that made today's radio broadcast possible. Diamond Gusset is celebrating their 25th anniversary and is running their biggest special yet. You can get up to $55 off your purchase when you try these jeans. You'll never look back. Made in America, motorcycle jeans, regular jeans, specially sewn and designed. Find out more at gusset.com. And you will feel great because you know you're supporting a great American company. Go to gusset.com/sale. That's gusset.com/sale and see how you can get the official jeans of the Alex Jones Show at the lowest price around, made in America. Whether you're getting ready for motorcycle season or you just need durable, comfortable jeans for work or around the house, visit the folks at Diamond Gusset today. That's gusset.com/sale today. And finally, PureWaterFreedom.com. I want to tell you about PureWaterFreedom.com. If you want to affordably remove fluoride from your tap water, visit PureWaterFreedom.com. They have a full line of household fluoride filters. You can even remove fluoride from every water source in your home with a whole house fluoride system. They have a wide variety of filters to remove all types of toxins from your water, including shower, bath filters. All their filters are made in the USA. Check out their banners at PrisonPlanet.com and Infowars.com or go to PureWaterFreedom.com today to take control of your water supply for you and your family. They got tabletops, whole house, under the sink. They got it all, purewaterfreedom.com. Going back to Bob. Bob, I've been asking the questions here, and I got one more point on the TSA, and then I want you to hit on anything else you think's important. Then I want to go to calls and go back into the economy. But Aaron ran in here and said, Alex, it's worse than taking DNA at the airport and at checkpoints under TSA, total 10th Amendment violation. It's worse than them rolling it out, admitting it. He gave me USA Today. This just came out this morning. Homeland Security looked into covert body scans. They've decided to go with public ones on the street, mobile trucks, vans, big scanners you drive under, just frying you, shooting through metal, dwarfing a regular chest X-ray doesn't go through thick metal. I mean, this is blasting you. Now they've announced this week that they want to go ahead and have chest X-ray type whole body deals in Australia and in the U.S. Now they're announcing that they're looking at it being secret and not letting you know when you drive under it on the highway. But they decided to go ahead and just do it to you. I mean, this is assault, Bob. You know, they're going in the Austin airport where I live. Now I'll be driving down the highway. I'll know what an X-ray array is. I can't drive under it. They've put metal barriers up all over Texas so I can't go around it. And I've got to submit to high-power radiation. I mean, this is out of a science fiction joke.
Well, what they want to do, I think, is not only get information on people, but I think it's a form of getting rid of people, because some people may be in a position where they are easily subject to disease from using these machines, like cancer.
Well, the license plate reader will know you're coming, and when Alex Jones drives under it, the computer hits it with 20 times the power.
Could very well be.
These are public fry grids they're putting in.
Well, I don't know what the answer is to that other than people demonstrating.
Man, these people are terrorists.
Congress doesn't want to do anything.
Look, the TSA are terrorists. Homeland Security are terrorists. They carried out 9/11.